What is up, my dudes? We're at the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament. We're in game number 2 of Amazon Prime Courier versus Microsoft Bane and Mirana Ganks. Prime Courier last game with an amazing mid-winter Wyvern, and they're gonna open with Crystal Maiden again.
Wow. Wonder if they're gonna ban the Winter Wyvern.
Well, they banned the Prophet, so that's definitely something that's changed up from the last game. I can't really remember what they banned last time because they went through the draft so quickly. So it looks like Bane and Mirana Ganks gonna go with a signature Grimstroke, but Sand King is banned out this time. So not gonna see the Sand King Grimstroke lane that they played 3 times so far in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Morris is a crazy Sand King player.
He's like a 6k offlane player, so it's pretty good. I will note one thing. I tried to do some research earlier. So Prime Courier, they only had 8 games, so I would assume that like a lot of them were buys. They picked 31 unique heroes. Bane and Mirana Ganks had 11 games and also only picked 31 unique heroes. So Bane and Mirana Ganks, they have a style and they stick with it.
Yeah. 31 heroes is a lot for 8 games, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the only hero they picked multiple times was Spirit Breaker, who is banned out this game. Pangali was picked twice, so that's also banned. This is the first time they played Nature's Prophet, so... Oh, like last game was the first time they played Nature's Prophet, so I'm sure it caught Bane and Mirana Ganks by surprise. And already some changes coming up. Mars and Lion. How do you feel about this Grimstroke Lion combo? On paper it sounds incredible, right? You have like, 4 single target abilities, but the same problem with Lich and Grimstroke is that you have 2 squishy int supports. And the Lion Grimstroke combo isn't as good as the Chain Frost, it feels like.
Yeah, I'm worried about their laning stage also. These are both not that good in lane, unless they can get killed.
Yeah, I mean, with this early Mars pick, I feel like we don't see Mars in the first phase because he has a lot of lane counters. Bane and Mirana Ganks actually banned Monkey King themselves, who does really well against Mars. But Lifesteal is still on the table. I think Jug still does pretty well against Mars.
Jug Grimstroke combo is gonna be pretty disgusting in lane, I think.
Yeah, Prime Courier banned Doom, which is a nice combo to go with the Grimstroke as well. So I can respect that. I mean, yeah, they've normally been just relying on this Sand King so far. Ban out the Sven as well. Like an offlane Sven with a double Stormbolt is not too bad.
Yeah, but I think if Microsoft has damage in the lane, then their lanes will be pretty strong. That's but I think the only good ones left are like Jug and I don't know.
5 seconds.
But there are some
Hurry!
good combos with Grimstroke.
Yeah, I like the CM with Mars as well. Mars tends to have a lot of mana issues in the lane, so CM can make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, so they're all combo together pretty nicely. You can't run away from the freezing field now.
Yeah, but she has to go into the arena for full effectiveness. An early Storm pickup, it's not a hero you normally see this early on in the draft. And they have the final pick as well, so it seems a bit questionable.
Yeah, we can see this hero be countered pretty hard mid.
10 seconds to pick. Dire team pick.
Go with Drow again. But this time they have a more traditional frontliner, so I am not as worried, but I mean, Winter Wyvern is still on the table. I think Winter Wyvern against Storm would be an okay matchup. And they're gonna go with Lifestealer. I think that was pretty expected. Maybe picking up the Storm early so that they can it won't get banned for the final phase. But not really sure.
Yeah, I wonder.
10 seconds to pick.
This is gonna be a pretty critical pick for Prime Courier. Although this is probably gonna be a support pick.
I mean, when you're first pick, this is the pick you want to win the draft on, like quote unquote win. So normally you see the carry picked up here, but they already picked up the Drow, and I don't think Mars is going to be 4 position. I remember I saw it the other day, but it was pretty goddamn terrible. They're going to go back for Bane. Pretty nice to get the attack speed from Drow, and he actually hits pretty hard for a support.
It's true, but in the mid-late game, he's not going to be hitting people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be rather
but they have a BKB cancel for the life stealer now, which is pretty nice. You can Fiend's Grip during the rage, and there's nothing also stopping you from just Fiend's Gripping the Storm when he zips the back line. Storm's gonna have to pick up a pretty early Lincolns, I think.
Yep.
Or I mean, unless Bane and Mirana Ganks, they open with like a very aggro offlaner, and then maybe he can like bait in the spells a little bit, just bait the Fiend's Grip. Because until then, I don't think Storm is going to have a particularly easy game.
Yeah, but so far, yeah, there's a lot of stuns, but they're not reliable stuns or disables for the Storm. I feel like if Storm just gets maybe a Yule Scepter or something, then it's gonna be pretty safe apart from the Fiend's Grip.
And the Frostbite is pretty annoying for the Storm as well. It's not just the Fiend's Grip. And Nightmare, similarly irritating.
Yeah. If they chain it up, then it's good, but I feel like early Yule Scepter will get rid of a lot of the disables from the Radiant side.
Yeah, fair enough. So, Bane and Mirana Ganks, they banned Morphling, which makes a lot of sense against Lifestealer. You don't want to get your Rage stolen. And it's going to be a mid-silencer. So this is going to be the one to close out the draft. And so Storm is going to have to go for a Yules now for sure. I don't think he has many choices here.
Yeah, and how does the Silencer versus Storm matchup go?
I mean, Storm has definitely gotten a lot stronger in the lane since they removed the movement speed reduction on Electric Vortex. So these days we actually see a lot of Storms actually put a point in Electric Vortex in the laning phase, and it gives you an extra overload charge. It makes sure that the Static Remnant can actually hit them because they get pulled into it. So Storm actually does a lot more damage than he used to in the lane. But Silencer dishes out a ton of damage, and also I mean, Storm needs to use spells to get his damage, and with the Silencer Arcane Curse, it's actually going to be very frustrating for the Storm if he gets Arcane Curse in a team fight.
That's true. Do you know how ball lining works for Arcane Curse? Like if
every time you activate it, it procs again.
No, the other spell, the actual silence.
Oh, last word. So I think he will get silence, but then he won't take the damage, and he still gets the zip.
Okay,
but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
One of you has figured out.
So they're gonna finish off with Darkseer. I don't know. I'm not. It's good with the Lifestealer because you can just surge him in, and
yeah.
To be honest, except for the Bane, there's not a whole lot stopping the Lifestealer right now. He can run pretty rampant here. So I like it in that regard, but I feel like they needed someone like more in-your-face offlaner.
Yeah, so Darkseer versus Drow is not the best combination, or not the best matchup, rather. But on the other hand, like this lineup from Dire side is very well-rounded. So
yeah, I mean they have the initiation again. Mars can build a blink, but then like it's pretty hard to initiate on Storm and Lifestealer, right? You have to like get the arena and then throw the spear, or just hope they're like close to a tree so you can get the spear. It's not as clear cut as like let's jump in with the Storm Spirit. But at the same time,
up to the Radiant to make plays. I think
at the
their
same
lineup,
time,
I think,
go on.
a lot harder to execute. Like they have 4 very squishy heroes. Mars is their only front line, and
and they have a Storm to jump the back line, right? I'm feeling a little bit more confident about Bane and Mirana Ganks.
Me too.
Draft, but at the same time, I think it's pretty risky for the Storm to go in first. So they're gonna need Darkseer or Lion to pick up a Blink Dagger and just try and bait them in a little bit. start the fight. Because if Storm goes in first, like, imagine if he just gets gusted and everything's just going horribly wrong, right?
Yeah.
Oh, global silence. You don't even need to line up the gust.
Although he has to time it well. If he tries to global when Storm is zipping, then Storm won't be silenced. So.
Yeah, it's a bit devastating to be honest. Oh, nice pin, but it actually won't push him to the tree. Only level 1 Spear of Mars, so...
900 range, not that far.
But they're able to bully out. Well, Storm's up here now. A nice Ravage from the Lion here. Arcane Curse comes out, so a lot of damage. Ultra Magnus in a lot of danger here. And it looks like the Lifesteal's gonna go down. Also, it looks like they've changed up their lineup a little bit. Yuru was not in the last game.
Also, things happening.
Alright, well, but seems like they're gonna back out. But THC, he backed away from the rune and then he went back in, didn't get it anyway. He's gonna eat a lot of damage for his troubles. He chickened out. THC, what are you doing?
So that's gonna be first blood and 3 bounties for the Radiant side. And
I didn't
last
even notice
game
that. Oh, that's right.
Last game they got first blooded. So this is they learned their lesson. This time they brought their mid to the boundary rune fight and they got first blood off of that. Pretty cool overall.
Wait, who's missing from the last game? Because Ultra Magnus was the carry on the PA last game.
I didn't realize they switched.
No.
So Silencer, he skilled up Arcane Curse at level 1, which means he won't be able to use the glaives to pressure the Storm Spirit and without drawing aggro, but he's gonna hit level 2 soon. It's a mid lane Silencer. And this guy, he does a lot of damage. You shouldn't underestimate the damage output from mid Silencer.
Yeah.
Also, probably gonna build into an Atos as his first big item. Oh, Courier in a lot of trouble here. And this might not be good for the Silencer at all. This Courier is trapped underneath the tier 1 tower here, which means Silencer's not getting any extra items for this lane. They're just gonna cut the wave with Lamaris here, and there's no way for the Courier to get through. So we're gonna have to wait till 5 minutes before... This is essentially the same as like losing your Courier.
Well, it's 3 minutes. 3 minutes Courier can fly. Yeah, they're gonna make a run for it.
Alright, here we go. This is like the lizard and the snake thing in Planet Earth.
This is,
but the Courier's gonna make it out!
Oh,
he's hiding in the trees! Go, see him! See him, you gotta protect it! Alright, he's got it. He's managed to protect the Courier. He's done his job. So I found that like when you get creep cut like this, the best thing to do is just to drag the enemy creep wave into the big camp. Do you think that's like the right approach? Because then like you don't have to tank the tower, tank the creeps under tower. It's a lot easier to last hit, to contest the last hits with the neutral creeps, and you also get the experience with the neutral creeps dying.
It depends on what neutral creeps there are.
So it's the chicken this time. They're a little bit tankier with the armor aura. Oh, Kid Wonderful gets to kill an Ultra Magnus at top.
You're not fit to fight in my war.
I think if your creeps get last hit by the neutrals, you get reduced experience, right?
Right, I guess there's like a little bit more pressure to get last hits, but it's also a lot easier to get last hits than under the tower.
Is it though?
Big Stroke of Fate coming up, but actually only catches Jerky.
I feel like towers is more regular.
Right.
You can actually time
but they do 110 damage versus these creeps that do like 50, right?
You just gotta time it.
Like for example, Drow she needs to do the maths on like every single creep. And that's even true. Then, like sometimes there's like just no window to get a last hit.
Yeah. It's definitely a problem, but
she's getting a lot of levels, and that's the important thing. CM's been leaving her alone for a little bit as well, so just trying to help her get up to level 6 a bit faster, which I think is probably the way to go against Darks here. You want some extra points in the Frost Arrows to help slow down the surge a little bit, but also the marksmanship at level 6 you can snipe the Iron Shell creep pretty quickly if you're lucky enough, and just stop this harass from Darks here.
I also wonder what item this Darkseer is gonna go for, because traditionally the Darkseer would go for a Helmeted Dominator, but against Drow, that's just not very good.
And CM as well, right? He can just frostbite the creep.
Yeah. So, yeah, Helmeted Dominator is usually by far Darkseer's best item because he can use Iron Shell on it, he can surge it, and he can do the vacuum stun combo with a Centaur. But if he doesn't go for that, I feel like the hero is just a lot worse.
So 3 points in the Arcane Curse and 2 points in the Glaive. No points in Last Word. I think this is probably the way to go on Silencer. Arcane Curse does do a lot of damage when you max it out, especially we mentioned against Storm Spirit. It's going to be very frustrating for him during team fights because he won't be able to use Ball Lightning without adding extra time onto the Arcane Curse. And Dextro in a lot of trouble here. He gets open wounds, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Kid Wonderful is able to body block him out.
5 minute rune.
5 minute runes. It's going to be 3 going the way of Prime Courier again. As Lion stuffs to Impale, so he's not going to be able to grab this from the Bane. And Bane is also a lot faster. Lion doesn't have boots yet, and Bane does.
Absorb reward here in sentry range though. He's gonna get rewarded real soon.
So this one, it's been a bit of a snooze fest compared to the last game.
But if you look at the last hits, Radiant's dominating.
Yeah, I mean they're already 3k gold ahead. It's like not even 6 minutes into the game. So this is pretty good for them so far. They missed the tree for Ultra Magnus. Looks like Dextro might pay for this, but CM's up here now. He just protects his Bane. But it's a pretty good rotation. But I think Brain.
But THC rotates in with the Grimstroke.
Yeah, so you can get Inksfold into the Lifestealer open wounds. Pretty scary.
Kind of zoned out right now. He can't get farm versus his
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of spam here, right? The Brain Sap and the Ice Nova, Crystal Nova. That's a ton of damage.
There.
CM should try and get level 4 as soon as she can to get another point in the aura. So it looks like Storm not really laning in mid either. He's only level 5.5 against the almost level 6 level 7 Silencer. It's like Storm's also really struggling here.
Dextro in trouble here.
Alright. Gets pinned onto the tree. And looks like he's going to take it down in God's Rebuke. And one more Crystal Nova will finish him off. Didn't use the Rage. He might have been able to get away there, but maybe would have been too low. Alright, well, THC still getting run down, but an Earth Spike will slow him down a little bit. Mars just going to back off now. Phase Boot's picked up for the Mars now, so this God Rebuke's going to hit a little bit harder.
Oh man.
CM's in a lot of trouble. If she gets spotted out here, she needs to stay hidden. Passing behind the enemy team. It's nighttime, so everyone's vision is pretty low, but you're gonna drop a ward on the high ground here to spot the Storm. And oh, is she gonna get the Storm? Crystal Nova into a Frostbite, and he's gonna go down!
Oh!
Sinks.
Wow. What a play.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Oh,
They're gonna get
Bane
the
and Mirana Ganks. They're really struggling in this game so far. Big God's Rebuke will finish off the Lion. Alright, Sleep onto the Lifestealer. They don't have anywhere to slow him down after he rages though. So there's no Spear of Mars to pin him to the tree either.
But 6k net worth lead at 8 minutes in.
Yikes, dude. This is not good at all. The only one who's having a good lane is Darkseer, but so is the Drow. Drow's level 7 now, and he's just bullying the Darkseer. Only 1 point in the Frost Arrows as well.
I mean, Frost Arrows aren't that good against Darkseer though.
Yeah, I mean, they're better than they used to be. It doesn't give you flat move speed on Surge anymore. It's like percentage based.
This
True.
come back to you.
But it was all yellow. He's really struggling here. The top 3 net worths on the side of Prime Courier. And Cakes, he spots the Storm. He has to zip out of there. That's the
Storm
first
is silent.
Storm is going to go down here. The Arcane Curse is going to finish him off.
Oh my god.
And the arena comes out, but Rage out of there will the Lifestealer. bit of a wasted arena,
facing
but
Dire's middle
the rage is
tower
down.
taking
He might be in trouble. Oh, the speed just barely doesn't pin him to the tree.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
And this can only start getting scarier, right? Once the ultis come out, the tomes are up in 1 minute, and CM and Bane are gonna get their ulti. A big rotation top, Storm's coming in, and Big God's Rebuke will finish
Lion's
off the
already
Lion
dead.
as well, and Dextro is gonna be the one to get jumped here, but Frostbite onto the Storm, he's gonna zip in again for Dextro. Bane's really tanky, a Stroke of Fate will finish off the Bane, and Kid Wonderful also in a bit of trouble
also in
now.
trouble.
Storm's here doesn't
Nice
have a whole lot
spear.
of mana left, he's gonna have one more zip board, but Cakes is
Global.
here now, he uses the Global Silence, and Storm's gonna go down
in
to the
trouble.
Silencer here.
Mars going in. He has
He's
spear ready
feeling
now.
pretty bold. He just wants to push them back a bit so they can grab the runes. Because the 10-minute battle runes are coming up. Looks like well, THC is looking
Darkseer.
for it. But it's pretty scary here. They don't have any heroes left. Stroke of Fate whiffs completely. Impale. And the Spear of Mars also whiffing there. But Mars will be able to get the bounty rune. Sleep onto the Lion. But he's going to be okay.
There's 4 bounty runes by the side of Amazon.
Yeah, and look at Lion's only level 3. Even if he picks up the tome, he's still not going to be level 6 yet. Bane
Oh,
and
no.
CM well on their way to level 3, level 6, and they have the tomes, so they're going to get
He
level
doesn't
6
even
as soon as
have
this
hack.
arrives.
He has 2 levels in Earth Spike, which means... Okay, now he has hack.
I think that's pretty normal, but I don't know how his laning phase was so bad.
They just don't have any damage, I guess. And Mars does so much damage. He just...
Yeah, I thought Mars versus Lifestealer was very Lifestealer favored, just because like you're a melee
Not
hero,
with
but
the CM aura. I
guess
guess
not.
with the CM aura, he can spam enough to out damage Lifestealer's lifesteal.
yeah. So Darkseid is the only one who's having a good game, but I'm not really sure how much this Darkseid is going to be able to get
Comes down
done.
on the Storm. Can
Oh,
Storm...
he gets pinned to the arena, but isn't going to get taken out. Jerky not in range for a Frostbite.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah,
under
not enough
fire.
stun duration there and no global silence.
Yeah, it was the max
But,
Spear of Mars as well, so as long as it was going to get, he whiffs the spear, so
bottom tower
could have
is
maybe
being
gotten that
attacked.
kill if he got it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And Silencer with a Midas, he's got so much attack speed, that 15 extra attack speed he got. Curse of Silent onto the Arcane Curse onto the Lion. He's going to get taken out, and Silencer, he
trouble.
gets Fiend's Grip, and
comes
he's going to go
out.
down!
Kill.
He just gets
Yeah.
baited in by Cakes and then gets taken out. And Storm also going to go down, and Crystal Navel will finish him off. Big moves all around
Everything
from Prime
falling
Courier.
apart.
Dire's middle tower is being
Yeah.
attacked.
Their Darkseer is barely above
Dire's
the
middle tower has
farm of their
fallen.
supports, and Storm and Lifestealer actually has few less farm than Radiant support.
Oh
This game
yeah,
is-
this is super bad. Like, you never want to see this happen. Lifestealer, I don't think he's going to be able to get into this game at all.
Yeah. He only has space boots. How is he gonna come back? Does he... Would he go for armlet or go for a Midas and hope for the best?
Well, Bane gets silenced, and the Ink Spell will
Don't
stun
think
him
he
for a
cares.
while, but he's just going to go down here.
Oh, double stun!
Oh,
There's
nice
no
double stun
finger,
from
though.
the Lion. Long range zip in from the Storm onto... Oh, he goes onto the
the
Drow, but he
Drow.
gets taken out here.
But he just
The
died.
Doxy might eventually take out the Drow, but he died for it. It's not really worth it. The Morris now may be in a little danger, but he can surge out of there. I thought Storm was going to go for mid. They could have gotten the kill onto the Bane and... Yeah, the Bane
Yeah.
and the Mars, maybe? I don't know about the Mars.
Yeah, but maybe they see the Drow as well. They did kill the Drow, so that's okay.
Yeah, Darkseid
Um,
also managed to walk out of there, but Darkseid is the only one who's having a good game, and
Dire's middle
I
tower
mean,
taking
he's not
damage.
able... These buffs, the Iron Shell and the Surge, they don't really do much when you're behind.
That's true. He's not a hard carry.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
The best he can do is what he's doing right now,
Radiant's bottom tower
split
is being
pushing a little
attacked.
bit.
Yeah,
But the tower still has a lot of HP. They're gonna lose their mid tier too. Mars going for that Death Later.
it's a level 7 Storm against a level 11 Drow Ranger and level 12 Silencer. This
Oh
is
boy.
so rough.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
Drow.
going
Storm, he almost got silenced there.
If he got silenced there, he was dead.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Lifesteal is trying to get some recovery, but this is definitely not the Midas Radiance game. It's way too late for one of those.
Who has Midas?
If he picks
Someone
up
has
Midas, like, he's just not going to be in this game.
Silencer has a Midas.
Yeah, but Silencer is pretty strong in the early levels. Big
comes
Arena
out.
pins the
Grimstroke is dead.
Grimstroke instantly. He gets the Soul Bind off, but not going to be any follow-up combination. Ultra Magnus finally hits level 6. Actually, God's Rebuke gets dodged by the Nightmare, but he's going to get Brain Sapped. Pin onto the
Buyback
tree is the Darkseid, and buybacks from the Lion and the
Darkseid
Grimstroke.
almost
So
dead.
it looks like Bane's going to be the only one to go down here for Dexter. For Prime Courier. Storm zipping in aggressively, but it's just level 1 Storm, and he gets silenced into a freezing field, gets taken out. Grimstroke also dies back.
The Shadow
Life
Amulet.
Stealer. Yeah, the Shadow Amulet.
He baited the Grimstroke to come in to cancel his ulti, but the Shadow Amulet goes off at the last moment, saving the Crystal Maiden.
Maybe no one attacked Dire's tower.
And well, past the 1k gold advantage per minute point, which is often quoted as the point of no return. So I don't know why. Do you have the Dota Plus, like the win probability and the gold graph? Because I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, I see it. I can see it. It's 100%.
What a bounty!
What?
Or
How did you?
99%
Oh, okay. I just had to press
Radiant,
F,
1%
F8. Okay,
Dire.
there you go. Yeah, Gaben's pretty convinced this game is pretty in the bag for Prime Courier, and 10k gold advantage as well.
This is not. Yeah. Not
Storm
good
zips
for
in. He might actually be able to get caked here, but not. He doesn't skill Electric
comes
Vortex.
Oh no.
He's still
Yeah,
only level 7, so there was no way for him to pick it up.
He maxed Static Revenant instead of Overload. I don't know if I agree with this.
You usually do
Now he
this
gets
if
the
you want to
Vortex.
hit the jungle for a while, because the Overload, the Remnant is better for farming neutral camps. This is
True.
like the catch-up build, but he finally gets a point in Electric Vortex. They're just so far behind. I don't really know how they can get back to this game. Lifestealer, he's queued up a Radiance. Alright, Drow gets a silence onto the Lifestealer, and Lifestealer, he's taking a lot of damage here, but it's gonna be okay. The Arena of Mars comes out, gonna trap the whole team here, and Yuru gets, no, nice God's Rebuke, finishes off the Grimstroke instantly, and a nice back wall from the Darkseid, but it's not gonna be enough. Bean Script onto the Storm Spirit. CML gets cancelled, but Darkseid, is he gonna, yeah, Lion's gonna maybe go down. Oh yeah, the curse, last tick of the curse takes him down, very unfortunate. So the T3 tower is gonna go down here. Lion, I think that was his dieback death as well, because he's down for 42 seconds as a level 7 hero.
Seems like the racks are gonna go down here.
Yeah, it's not even 20 minutes into the game, so
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
surely at this point, Gaben is like, yep, this is 100%.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, I don't really see a way how Dire can come back.
Yeah, I mean, they can like get pickoffs with these like infest bombs maybe, but Drow, she's got a Shadow Blade, so if they don't bring detection, which Storm doesn't have on him right now, they have no chance to get it. Last word onto the Storm Spirit, and Silencer force stuffs aggressively forward. He has no way out of here. Nice Soul Bind onto the two heroes, but is it going to be enough to get anything out of it? Zamora is taking a lot of damage here. He gets the Inkswell stun to save him for a little bit, but Lion's going to go down in the meantime. Again,
Burns, doesn't it?
Dire's bottom
0,
tower
9, and
under
2
fire.
on the Lion. Prime
Like,
Courier
they're
going
gonna
to
get
finally
this
take out
bottom
this last outer tower.
And then they can just go high ground, or go Roche, or do whatever they want.
They can
As
do,
long as they stay at 5, they can't lose this game.
yeah. If they split up, there's a chance, but there's no need to split up at this point in the game.
Mars can just tank
Dire's
the tower
bottom
now.
tower is being attacked.
Well, maybe not yet.
Got the siege creep as well. Drought Aura's up in 40 seconds.
Tower's gonna go
Right.
down. Bane is
Good spike.
pretty-
He's just walking in with a Glimmer Cape. And long range zip in from the Storm Spirit, but that was
That's a
half his
bait.
ulti. He gets speared instantly and taken out. Fiend's Grip as well onto the Lifesteal, and is gonna get shredded down by Cakes. Cakes with plus 28 intelligence, a
Dark
very
Saber
smart
wall
man
block.
here. And a celebratory CM ulti, didn't even hit anyone, but throw it out anyway, why not?
Almost went down there. To the Dark Seer. There's nice Dark Seer illusions. I think Silencer and a Drow. But it was not enough. They were just too far behind.
Yeah.
Just gonna go for tier 4s now. Level 2 Bulwark.
Yeah, so Microsoft
GG
called
ulti
GG.
by Microsoft.
Dun's middle
So-
tower has fallen.
Does this mean it's gonna be an Amazon versus Amazon final?
Yep, the grand finals is going to be Amazon Fishing Boat V2 versus Amazon Prime Courier. And the last time those two teams faced off was a pretty epic long game, so I'm excited for the grand finals. Microsoft, Bane, and Mirana Ganks, they're going to get eliminated here in the semi-finals. So they played very well throughout the season. I actually thought they
For
were
sure.
pretty favored to take the game, although in the regular season, Prime Courier and Microsoft were both, no, I didn't even hear any BM. Okay. Yeah, but Prime Courier, Bane Mirana Ganks, and Fishing Boat V2, they were all, 7-1.
Yeah, they're definitely both very strong teams. And congrats to Amazon for going to the finals. And do you know if there's a third place decider match coming up?
There's supposed to be, but I don't know if my team is going to be around to play it, because, like, Zemming's going on holidays and stuff like that. I'm going to go on holiday soon as well.
Yeah, that's fair enough.